Well, hello everybody, Mark Anthony here, the Vegas Tourist. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to answer a question and kind of explain the answer that keeps popping up on social media, on Facebook groups, whatever, where people talk about Vegas. Did the MGM sell the MGM? And if so, when is it going to change names? That's basically the question. Did MGM sell the MGM? No. Did MGM sell the MGM? Yes. Are you confused? Let me explain that to you right now.
You're watching Mark Anthony, the Vegas Tourist.
Okay. Vegas is a unique creature. I've always said that. We are a unique universe. We're not even, when you talk about Las Vegas in the sense of a town, it's just, we're in a different universe. Let's put it to you that way. All right. We do things differently here. The casinos, the resorts, all come out of an era where the only way to really finance them was to do it our own way. Okay. When you look at the history of Las Vegas, especially the modern history, we do things differently here. We operate in a different universe here. The resorts were driven by personalities. They were driven by people that had a passion for what they were doing, and they wanted to be unique. They wanted some way to get you into their property where you would just dump a whole lot of money out on the tables for them. The resorts were owned by individuals or individual corporations, and each of them were very, very unique in how they operated. You know, you have the MGM with the Wizard of Oz theme. You had, the Imperial Palace with the Asian theme and all. Okay, and to do that, they had to finance it differently than other resorts elsewhere would have to finance. Now, so it means, they owned the property, they owned the buildings, they owned everything. Okay, because everything had to work together. You had, the restaurants had to work with the casinos had to work with the showrooms, and they would split the money and the expenses and all that. Okay, all right. So it's a little differently than when you would walk into a Holiday Inn in BFE, Iowa. Okay, yes, I'm making fun of Iowa. I'm from Minnesota. I get to do that. Okay, when you walk into a Holiday Inn, you walk into a Comfort Inn, you walk into probably even a Hilton. It's not. You really don't care who owns the building, physically owns the building. Chances are you walk into a Holiday Inn, you walk into a Hilton, you walk into a Comfort Inn, there's a pretty good shot that Hilton, Comfort Inn, whatever, does not own the building. They own what's inside the building. That way, when they're done with it, they just walk away from it, and a Comfort Inn becomes a Motel 6 or whatever, okay? They're not responsible for it once they leave, all right? They lease the building to use it as they want to use it as a hotel. They'll have it built same way as Target has their stores built, Walmart has their stores built. Okay, you as a customer, you really don't care who owns the building. Okay, that wasn't how Vegas was up until Jim Mirren became CEO of the MGM, and he set out to destroy what Vegas was and what Vegas is. And of course, he gave us parking fees and the resort fees. So what he did is he split the company into two different companies. One company owns the real estate. They own the property. They own the brick, the mortars, the grass, the waterfalls, all of that. The second company is the resort company, MGM Resorts. They own the inside. When MGM did this breakup, they left a couple of the gems of the corporation out of the real estate trust. The Bellagio, the MGM, and Mandalay Bay. They did that for basically what is happening now. Jim Mirren has his back up against the wall. He's finally announced his retirement, and personally, he cannot leave fast enough. He's got to get the stocks up, and he's got to get some money flowing through because he wants to aim the company to Japan. He is hoping that is predecessor goes there. However you want to look at it, he needs to put money back in because he has ran that company virtually in the ground. So in January, it was announced that MGM and Mandalay Bay were sold for $2.25 billion to a real estate trust fund headed up by the Blackstone Group. Okay. In this case, MGM is still going to hold 50.1% of the ownership. Blackstone is going to hold 49.9% of the ownership. Back in October, which is really what started this whole, oh my God, the MGM is no longer going to be the MGM, Bellagio is never going to be the Bellagio again, is MGM Corporation sold the Bellagio to the Blackstone Group for $4.25 billion. Now, in this case, the MGM is going to be a minority owner. Blackstone is going to be a majority owner in that trust. It's not that the Bellagio is going to stop being the Bellagio and the MGM is going to stop being the MGM and the Mandalay Bay is going to stop being the Mandalay Bay / the Four Seasons. It's just that somebody else owns the real estate. They own the physical property. They are the ones that are going to be responsible for the paint job and the sidewalks and blah, 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 blah. MGM Resorts are the people that are leasing the building. So they're taking their lease payment will go into this trust fund, which is owned partly by MGM and owned partly by the Blackstone Group. It's not that they sold the MGM, but they sold the MGM property, the structures, the buildings, which is more in line with the rest of the industry outside of Las Vegas. Okay? So put the pitchforks down. Okay, Vegas will still be Vegas. The MGM will still be will still be the MGM. Mandalay Bay will still be the Mandalay Bay, and the Bellagio will hopefully be bought by Steve Wynn. Okay, it's just it's a fantasy of mine. All right, there it is. So yes, the MGM sold. So MGM Corporation sold the MGM real estate, leaving the MGM Resorts, the tenant, and MGM Trust, or the MGM Real Estate Trust, or whatever the new trust is going to be called. They own the physical property, and they're leasing it to MGM Resorts. All right? There you have it, folks. I hope I answered that question. If you have any other questions about Las Vegas, send them to me, mark@thevegastourist.com. You know the ritual. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the little bell button so that you get notified every time that I put a new video up, all right? Otherwise, visit me at thevegastourist.com, and of course you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm more active on Instagram and Facebook than I am on Twitter, so it's just to kind of let you know that, okay?